Hi there, this is Dr. Pan recording from Tucson, Arizona, and thank you for watching this clip on linear equation in algebra. I don't know about you, when I was learning those things, I got headache of the point slope and point slope and points and intercept forms. They're all so confusing and all jumbled together. Now, as I moved higher and higher in math, all those things kind of fitted together, kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. So hopefully this little clip will give you that overall bird's eye view picture. So all the pieces start fitting in there together for you much sooner than it did for me. All right, so what we're looking for is really just 2 points, make a line. It can't be any more simpler than that. 2 points, make a line. And when you think of the slope, think of the houses. Okay, if you live in the Midwest like I did before in Wisconsin, the slopes are much steeper than where I am now, where we actually have mud houses, literally with a flat roof. It looks funny now, but the reason, of course, we don't have any. Here's my picture here. It's not a very pretty picture you have to put up with me. It's a very rudimentary one. Okay, the point I was trying to make is, look, when you have a snow, you want the slope to be steep so that snow falls off and hopefully it won't cave into your house. Where versus in Arizona, where I'm now, we rarely see snow. Maybe the last time snowed, it was almost 7 years ago. So we have a lot of water, rain, so the roof it's relatively flat because it dries off for one, and for two, and the water is a lot easier to flow, so the snow is not piling on top of it. Anyway, the reason I'm mentioning is when you think of the slope, think of the roof. As funny as it sounds, okay? So that's number one. Number two, they all have this big heavy thing called the rise over run. But if you think about it, this slope is a lot steeper than this slope. Okay, this barely has any run or rise. So I still have run in that x still changes, but barely delta y is almost 0, where here delta y is large. Okay, so if you have those pictures in mind, then slope, it wouldn't make sense. It's delta y on top. Otherwise, you're going to divide it by 0 for this case, right? Delta x, or what they say is rise over run. That's the second point I want to make. The third point is, how do we calculate the changing in x and changing in y? We're just going to grab 2 points and literally subtract each individual. So this is the x, here's the y's. Okay, changing in y, say minus 5 minus c. Well, it's literally changing in y, and then changing in x. Now, it doesn't matter which one you want to grab, which point you want to grab first. So long, here's the important point, so long you keep the same order. Now, I grabbed this one point first, so I'm going to have to keep it the same. So next to the same, what did I just say? I said it. I have to keep the same, and now I'm just changing on you. So 2 minus c minus 4. Okay, changing x, changing in y. And you were given another clue in this problem that c plus 5 minus c divided by 2 minus c minus 4 is equal to 5. So basically, they're saying, all right, now you got the equation using the definition for slope. Can you solve for c? It shouldn't be too hard. Just be careful here. C cancels out. I have a 5 on top. Now I'm going to write one more step because I don't want to make mistakes. If I make a mistake this early on, chances of me getting that point on the exam, it's pretty slim to none. If you have a really generous teacher, you might get some partial credit, but God, I would hate that. Okay, if you understand the material, I would hope you can get all the points you deserve. So let's solve it. 5 is 6 minus c equal to 5. Oh, I hate those fractional equations. And over the years, I teach my students, get out of it as quick as you can, as a butterfly. The way a butterfly works is you're going to cross multiply, which is 5 times 1 equal to 5 times 6 minus c. Now, if you want to distribute it here, that's fine. But you know what? I'm lazy, so I'm going to divide it by 5 first. I have 1 equal to 6 minus c. Hey, I cheated the system. C equal to 5. All right, let's double check our work. So then we have the point up here becomes 0.1, then becomes, here's our check. I run out of room here. 2 and 10.2, I have 1 and 5. So our slope should be this minus that, which is 10 minus 5, over 2 minus 1, which is 1, is equal to 5. Hey, look at that. Math work out in the end. All right, I hope this helps, and love to have a comment from you, and let me know if it helped you at all. Until next time, have a confident day.